Still no sound. Can you hear us now? What did I do? Can you hear us now? Can you Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Saying yes.
Can you Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear. So saying yes. Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear. Baby, turn it off.
Olivia text. Olivia said we can hear you.
Yeah, it's right there.
I know, but I can't hear us. That's what I'm saying. I can hear through here. Can y'all still hear us now? Is it live? Can y'all hear us? Yes. All right. Okay. So I guess y'all can hear us. Hey, hey, hey. Why do I feel like I still can't hear us? Like it's weird. But I don't know. Anyway. All right. So while y'all coming in, we're back on StreamYard. We used to use StreamYard.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Well, like 2 or 3, like 2 years ago, we used to use StreamYard, this platform. But we stopped doing it because we stopped using it. 2 reasons. One, because we didn't think the clarity was clear. And then 2 is because YouTube was pushing all of the YouTube users to do vertical. So that's why we weren't doing that's why we stopped doing this way horizontal, and that's why we stopped using StreamYard. And I mean, not to, and it also it costs a lot. I mean, it's hefty price tag. So we're back on StreamYard. If this works for y'all, we'll keep it. But if it does not work, if y'all can't hear us, then we're going to just do what we've been doing.
Yeah, preferably this is going to work because it gives us options to do some things that we couldn't do on the cell phone.
See, so this person says she can see. She said she can see us better. Oh, you can see us better now than the other way. Okay, great. All right, so that's what we want to hear. So we'll stay on StreamYard. I know you could see us better, but the clarity of the video was not always that great. So but if y'all can see us, then hey, we gonna do what we got to do to make sure it's better for you all. So
absolutely,
yes. So welcome.
Yes, welcome. And let me go ahead and get this thing started. For those of you that don't know, we're Terrence and Jill of God-Ordained Union, and we're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to help increase God-Ordained unions.
Yes.
So you're definitely on the right place at the right time.
Yes. So if you are single, you are praying for your person, your spouse, because anybody can get married. We say this all the time, but the person who is uniquely and tailor-made for you, you are on the right channel, because what we did not do, we did not settle. I was 52 when I got married. I was waiting, seemed like forever, never had any biological children, never had gotten married. And I had those lonely days. I had a lot of alone time. I had, those days where I said, Lord, what's wrong with me? Why can't I meet anybody? I had those days where I said, okay, well, Lord, it's just me and you. It seemed like I'm going to always be the auntie, and so, and then it's like, I released, and I can't really even say what happened, like, honestly, I can't say what really happened. Because one day I was just living my life, and the next day it was like Terrence came along. So he can do it. If he can do it for me, he can do it for anybody. Anybody. And so you don't have to be perfect to get your person. God is going to grace your person for you. The thing is that issues will be magnified in marriage. And so if you can get your healing before marriage, that is the best thing, because marriage will magnify your issues. And so, and for a lot of you, your issues are blocking you from somebody even approaching you. And so on this channel, we share some of those things that could be blocking you, things that were blocking me. And so yeah. And so please subscribe. Please turn on your notifications, share our videos. Just so you know, tonight, 8 p.m., right after the live, the private group is meeting. Our private group meets on Zoom every first and third Tuesdays at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So right after here, we're jumping off, and then we're going right into the private group. The private group is only $11 a month. You can cancel at any time. You can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. If you want to cancel, you don't have to notify us. You can just, cancel cancel it. And so, but the ones who are, stuck in there since the beginning, so we started last summer, and it is really a great community. It is a community of predominantly women. We want more men to come in, but thank you, Nina. Predominantly women who are waiting well. Like, these women are waiting well. And so we come, we discuss some things, and they got their brother here. They got questions. A lot of them are going on dates. A lot of them are trying to figure out, how to maneuver. And so we talk. We don't have no boundaries. We go all in. We talk candidly in that group, and what goes on and what is said in that group stays in that group. And so yeah, if you want to join us, you can go to our website, godordainedunion.com, and sign up. Now, let me tell you real quick. After you register, pay your money, go to your email and confirm your email address. When you come back to the website, up in the top corner where it says log in, when you put your cursor up where it says log in, make sure the cursor changes to a finger. If it's still on an arrow, it's going to give you an error message. So make sure that when you go to log in, that the cursor changes to a finger. All right. And then you can get in, put in your password and all that, and then you can get in. So again, we're meeting at 8 o'clock. Also, we got several emails. We did a lot over the weekend. We were grinding. Like, this channel is growing so much. We've gained 2,000 new followers or new subscribers since Christmas. And so we've changed over a lot. We've done a lot of, like, we had to do a lot of business stuff and over the weekend. And so what happened is that it caused a lot of the links to our products and services to be disconnected. So those of you who are trying to set up one-on-ones or trying to schedule one-on-ones, the link was broken Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but they're fixed today. So you can go and schedule your one-on-one. Those of you who want a one-on-one, and those who are trying to get the ebook for women, ladies, if you are feeling like you're blocked, what's probably happening is that you're blocked up. It could be unforgiveness you're dealing with, resentment, soul ties. It could be generational patterns or curses that is causing you to be blocked up. You're out of alignment. And so that ebook will show you how to get back into alignment. That's what it will show you how to get back into alignment. So that link is back up as well. So if you go to the website of GodOrdainedUnion.com, you can download that ebook. All right. So somebody put a question up. They just put it up like a few hours ago. They wanted to know, we said this many times, but because we have new subscribers.
Yeah, like you just said, 2,000 more
2,000 since Christmas. That's been a few weeks, about a month. Hasn't even been a month. 2,000 new subscribers. First of all, we thank God for y'all.
Glory be to God. Yeah.
Glory be to God. Like, we're just sharing our testimony, and we're just candid, and we feel you. That's the difference. Like, we ain't coming from a place of being married for years, and no, this new for us. This is new, and we're telling you, and we know what you've been through. Like, we ain't wait till it ain't like we wait till he's 40. No, 50s, 50. And so I know how you feel. And so anyway, so somebody put a question up, and they asked, how do you go all in? And that's how we named this live. It's time to open yourself up for love. So those of you who've been rocking with us, you've heard this many times. We got a whole video on going all in, but we want to talk about what going all in means again before. And if you have questions, make sure that you drop your questions while Terrence is speaking. I'll go ahead and look at the questions so we can answer some questions before we jump off for the private group.
Yeah. So look, what I'm going to do is it's not in any order, anything like that. I'm just going to talk. Okay. And whenever I'm answering this, I want you to know that I'm going to start my answer in regards to maybe you just meeting somebody. Okay. Because going all in should start when you actually tell God you want to be married and you release it to him. That's one of the things what going all in looks like, is that you're actually releasing it to God and saying, I'm getting out your way. I know that I'm human. I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I've tried it my way. I know that I've done this and that, and then none of that's worked before. So Lord, I'm releasing it to you. And I want you to give me who you have for me. I want you to put me where you need me. I want you to show me what I need to do to get myself in position to see who you have for me, or to be introduced to who you have for me in your timing. I trust you. I trust your plan. I trust your timing, all the nine. That's one of the things that is very important about going all in. It's the fact that you're taking yourself off of it and saying, I'm taking my hands off and I'm going to let God be God.
Giving it all to you.
And whatever it is you have for me, I'm okay with. That's truly what going all in is. But what it looks like on the other side is when you meet somebody, go in with the mindset that you're not going to put any limitations on it. You're not going to say, if it doesn't go this way, then, that ain't going to be the one. No, go all in knowing that I'm going to give this 100% effort, 100% understanding, 100% chance. I'm going to go in with an open mind, no reservations, no walls up, and just enjoy myself. Why? Because you just met somebody. It's not about, when you first meet somebody, it's not about you getting all your questions answered on that first date, that first dinner, that first lunch, whatever it is y'all do. It's about enjoying yourself. And if you can enjoy yourself, then what you just did is create an atmosphere that allow you to be free, that allow you to be open, that allow you to have some fun. And in turn, that same atmosphere also created an atmosphere for the other person to do the same. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, even if that person is not the one, you will find that the both of you enjoyed that evening. And y'all could walk away easily saying, you know what? You're a great person. I wish you well, even though we didn't have a connection or we didn't have this or whatever. But I wish you well. Why? Because you had a great time. You got to eat with somebody. You got to have conversation. You got to laugh. You got to experience some things. Because so many people go into every time they meet somebody, they go into every situation almost putting too much pressure on themselves, putting too much pressure on that other person, saying that he or she got to be the one. No, they don't. You're only looking for one person. So you might have to go through whatever that number is. But if you give it to God, you release it to God completely, trust him. And then every time you meet somebody, you go in it with the mindset of, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to try to be somebody I'm not, but I'm also not going to be somebody that's judgmental. I'm not going to be somebody that's going in with all these prerequisites in my head about how it should be. I'm not going to try to control the narrative. I'm just going to have some fun. And you'd be surprised what the outcome is. You'd be surprised what the outcome is.
This person said, isn't that just a waste of time though? Waste of what time? You
waste of what time?
You getting to know somebody.
How are you going to find your person if you don't meet people? How are you going to find your person if you go in it with an attitude? How are you going to find a person if you go in it closed-minded? How are you going to find a person if you go into it with all these things already built up? Then you need to try some other things. Because you have got to give that person an opportunity. You got to give yourself an opportunity. You can't be upset about past relationships. That's why you have to get healing beforehand. That's why we've shared in other videos. You got to get healing beforehand. You go into it harboring feelings and hurts and pains from past relationships, because all that's going to do is it's going to push people away. Nobody wants to meet somebody that's already got an attitude before we even met. Why are you mad at me? I just met you. What did I do?
Right.
But say hello. So
let me, so when she said that, isn't that a waste of time? So you go in halfway and to speed up the time, like that's where
so I'm just being honest with you. If you go into a situation looking like you're ready to shoot somebody for something somebody else did years ago, months ago, whatever, but you ain't got over it, and now you're blaming every woman or every man for that, then ask yourself, how do you expect to meet somebody? Ask yourself that you don't even need somebody else to tell you the answer to that. Just ask yourself, how do you expect to meet somebody?
And
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And I was going to say, and you want that other person to do the same for you, which is create the atmosphere so you can be free. Take the pressure off and just say, hey, how you doing? And have some fun. Look, dating isn't supposed to be this gauntlet that you're going through where, you going in and it's painful and no, you're supposed to enjoy getting to know somebody. But it starts from that very first time you met them. And if you set the tone then that you're open, then why would you, if you're not open, why would you even agree to meet somebody for dinner, for lunch, or whatever that thing is? It just don't make sense. So go in it with your heart saying, I'm going to receive whatever it is this is going to be. I'm not going to put any expectations on it. I'm not going to put any type of barriers up. I'm not going to sit here and try to and try to just
play hard to give
this person 20 questions and they better answer a specific way. Or no, that ain't how you get to know somebody. That ain't how you show somebody that you're worth getting to know yourself.
Yeah. What I was going to say, so we did a whole video on this, but also in that video, it does not mean that it still means you going all in, but you also are guarding your heart.
Yes.
And guarding your heart means the treasures that's in your heart, your relationship with Christ and your values and your morals and your, those are you guarding that.
But you're also including the lessons you've learned from the past. Where in those times and situations where you were hurt by somebody else, preferably you should have learned from those before going into a new relationship. Now those lessons are benefiting you in this new relationship, whatever it may turn out to be. Because sometimes, again, Remember, you're only looking for one person.
Right.
But sometimes you can meet somebody to turn out to be the greatest friend, but it's nothing romantic about it. But even if you go into it with an attitude, or you're trying to, control the narrative, then you just eliminated yourself from meeting someone that could be very instrumental to you moving forward in the direction that you want to go. Because sometimes these people have something to share with you that maybe God put on their heart to share with you. And you can't get to that if you go into it guarding yourself and almost like you have animosity with this person for something that they don't even understand about. You was going to say something?
Yeah, I'm catching the questions, but
okay.
So we always use the analogy of a house, of buying a house. Like, you would not, if you're buying a house, your dream house, which is the third most top decision you're gonna ever make in your life behind salvation and your mate. But you're gonna go all in. You're not gonna just look at the picture, or you're not gonna just, if you're gonna buy this house, you're not gonna just go there one time. Right. You're gonna go probably a couple of times. You're gonna get to know every room. You're gonna go in every room. If you're gonna get an inspection. You're gonna go all in. And those things that are sacred to you, your non-negotiables, you're keeping that guarded. Right. You're holding that guarded, but you're gonna go all in to explore and to fill this house to see if it's something that, and so that's what we mean by going all in. And I think for a lot of people, that's what they're not open for love. And you, believe it or not, you're going in like fear or doubt, or what the new word is, with boundaries. I have boundaries, which they're really not boundaries. A lot of them is just grudges and just hurt and past traumas. But that reflects that repels people away. And so if you're going in very cautious, this is the thing. If you said you are armored up by God, if God got you, he got you. That's what Terrence was saying in the beginning. A part of going all in is trusting God. Say, Lord, I know you got me. If this guy or if I'm going out to this lunch date with this person, whether it works out or not, whether he the one or she the one or not, I'm gonna have a good time. Lord, I'm going joyful. Your joy, Lord, is my strength. I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna laugh. I'm a joke. I've had probably a challenging work week. I'm going to have fun. I want the best outcome as possible. Yes. I don't want to leave there feeling I was so scared. I didn't want to talk. I didn't like what I had on. I was this. I was that.
Look, and remember the old cliche: you only get once to make a first impression.
Only once to make a first impression.
So why wouldn't you want someone to leave a meeting with you saying, I would love to get to know more about this person? Even if they're not the right person, at least they want to get to know you, want to know more about you.
Yep.
Why would you want somebody walking away from you saying, this person got an attitude, this person is, this or that, or stuck up, or whatever their description is, but a negative description of you, when you had an opportunity to show that person you're worth getting to know, even if you're not the right one for them, or them not the right one for you. There's still nothing wrong with being polite to someone and showing that you are a good person.
Right. And you really don't know why God ordered your steps that way. You never know why he ordered your steps. But how you get around, so I know how it was with Terrence. It's like, dang, when I felt like I knew him, I felt so comfortable around him. That's because I went in with my whole self. Matter of fact, when we first saw each other for the very first time, what did I do when I opened that door?
She jumped in my arms.
I jumped in his arms.
Hello.
I was all 100% myself. Had on a halter dress. I had on a halter dress, a maxi dress, halter dress. I opened that door. It was we had talked for almost 2 years, long distance. And I opened that door. I jumped right in his arms. I never did that with nobody, ever. I would never give up no cool points for that. I had too much pride. Blocks.
But with the right person,
you throw that
pride out the window.
Yeah, and then I started to learn. Wait a minute, hold up. I just need to be free. Like, I just really need to be myself. And so, yeah. So I'm gonna piggyback this. First of all, let me shout out what Nina said, because I see Alfred up here commenting. Nina said we need more men in the private group. So I want to shout that out. So if you are interested in being in the private group, please join us. The website is up on the screen. So we have a video coming out Thursday. I forgot the name of the video. Oh, but I do want to. So this question came up in our video on Sunday about disclosing too much, and then Misty just reminded us of this question, and they said, should you tell someone you're abstinent or practicing abstinence when you first meet somebody?
No, that's none of the business. And I can tell you this, ladies, if you tell that to the wrong guy, you're going to find out that he's the wrong guy real fast, because his mindset will tell him, let me put a notch on my belt and I can be the one to get her to surrender to me, knowing that he's not the one. But because you shared that information, he wanted to take advantage of someone, and you made yourself a target by telling them that.
Yes. And so the flip side, if it's a good guy, what that does is that because most times it's not that you're telling somebody that you're practicing abstinence. It is the enforcement of it. It is the tone of it that comes off. And the guy's like, wait a minute, I didn't even say anything about sex. I didn't. Right. What the heck? Like, and that scares people off. It's none of that. You don't even know if you want to talk to this person again for 2 or 3 more times. You don't even know this person. You don't even know this person. And so just off the rip, just saying what your sexual preferences are, that is so intrusive. That's so personal. That's very personal.
And here's the thing. For those of you that's been rocking with us for a while, y'all have heard me say this many times, sharing about what I thought or my mindset when we first met. But my whole mindset was this. I just want to know if I want to see you again tomorrow. If I want to see you again tomorrow, you want to see me again tomorrow, then we'll get to a point where we're going to say, wow, now I really want to get to know her. Now I want to invest time. Now I want to change my schedule, make some time for her and put her in my schedule where she wasn't in before, so I can spend more time with her. But in the beginning, let's just have some fun and get to know each other on whatever pace we're going, but don't put any expectations on you got to be XYZ or whatever. No, enjoy yourself and have some fun.
So this person says, how do you not tell them but keep the boundary? This is the thing. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience. Let's just say John is the guy. The way Jill carried herself and was talking to John, John knew not to cross those boundaries without Jill even saying it. But John can come across to Jennifer and cross those boundaries. So I say this to say it really goes back to
how you carry yourself
and how you carry yourself and how the level of respect he has for you that will be pushed. And so y'all know our story. We'll tell it in another video because we don't have it here.
Right.
But y'all know our story. But let me just tell you this. I was the one who pushed the boundary, not Terrence. I pushed the boundary. So it really does come down to how you carry your values and your some guys is just not, they don't want to mess it up with you. So they're going to respect you at the highest level.
Especially guys that are serious about being with the right person and getting married. They want to do it the right way because they already got God in their life. They already have their steps being ordered. So they're going into this saying, I'm not doing anything outside of what God has told me to do to make sure I don't mess this up.
And to be quite frank with you, the guy who is it, this is for the ladies, he gonna be so smitten and nervous. That ain't gonna be the issue. That ain't gonna be the issue. When I opened that door, I could have took a feather and Terrence was so like nervous, like just like, oh my God, like, so that won't even be the that won't even be that would be that won't be an issue.
And again, we're talking when you first meet somebody. Yeah. So sex shouldn't be the first thing y'all have a conversation with anyway. Personally, I'm just saying.
That's a turnoff.
It's like you invited me out. I invited you out just so I can talk to you about what?
If they're comfortable in the first and just coming out blurting sex, that's an indication that that's probably maybe all they may want or all they're really interested in.
But yeah. But here's the thing. I talked a lot about going all in. Jill brought it up about guarding your heart. You got to do them both. We mentioned that in the other video that we did a while back. It's not one or the other. You got to find a balance in doing them both because they balance each other. Okay. One is going to help protect you. Protecting your heart is going to help protect you and keep some things private that you need to stay private. But also going all in is going to let someone know that, but you're not walking around on eggshells. You're not caught up in past hurts. You're not wrapped up in what society has said about the other sex, about how men are saying women are this and women are saying men are this. You're not caught up in that. You're here freely looking to have a great time. And look, when you're looking to have a great time, you find a great time. When you're looking to have a bad time, you find a bad time. That's how it's always worked to me. So I don't even think about a bad time at all. Everywhere we go with the expectations that we're going to have an amazing experience.
Yeah, because you have your expectation in the Lord and in you. You know, listen, when I show, and that's with anything, if I'm going to show up to something, if you're going to get me out my house, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. I'm going to have a good time. Like, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I might be nervous, you know, but we go just like when we had our event in Charlotte, when we had our meet and greet in November, everybody showed up. When they showed up, y'all showed up. Y'all showed up and we had a great time. We didn't have a lot of time together, but when we showed up, we showed up. Yeah. You know, we were spontaneous. We had a great time. We went to, you know, I mean, you show up, you know, you just show up.
Yes.
And you go all in. I mean,
that's what going all in is all about. You have people probably doing a few things that they told themselves they wouldn't do because they was very reserved, but because the women was there and they formed a sisterhood, everybody looked out for everybody.
And you know what? And let me tell you how this looks. First of all, let me just say there's some good men out there. It is some really good men. And if you it's some really good men out there. Okay, so let me tell you how this looks. So so one of my favorite couples, Terrence don't even know I'm gonna say this. One of my favorite celebrity couples is Grant Hill and Tamia. And it's so funny, ironically, when I lived in Raleigh, they came in to dine. Me and my girlfriends that come down from Maryland, and we were sitting in a small restaurant in Durham, and Grant Hill and Tamia came in and sat at the table beside us. And the way he was so accommodating to her, like he was like, at that point, they was very well much into 15 years of marriage. And so anyway, they have a video out and they talked about how when they first met. And so when they first met, they went out to dinner and he left his wallet in the car. And when the bill came, okay, quite naturally, she knows who he is. It was their first date. She knows who he is, and she knows that he has money or whatever. But she didn't know if he was playing her or what. He left his wallet in the car, and he said he accidentally. Well, he said he was glad he left it in the car, but she ended up paying for the date. Would you be that comfortable? Mm-hmm. Would you be that going all in where you ain't thinking of no prejudgment, and you say, listen, I got the bill. Look, where the bill at? I got the bill, and we could laugh about it, and you know what I mean? Are you that comfortable with confident of going all in that it might be a situation like that? And listen, with Terrence and I was just ready to, like, however it was going to be, we was going, if I needed to pick up a bit, I never picked up a tab, but I was all right with it. Like, if you want to, I did one time when the restaurants opened, we had our first official date night where we went to an Italian restaurant, and I did pay the bill. I paid the tab. And that was before we got engaged, but that was when we were talking in our talking stages. And, but yeah, I mean, it's like, we gonna have a good time. Like, okay, we gonna have a good time. It doesn't matter who paying, we're gonna have fun.
Look, you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So when you first meet somebody, although you're not putting it out there, but you don't know if that person is going to turn out to be the one for you or not.
And you laugh about it.
So why destroy it on purpose? Mm-hmm. Then find out later, you say shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
No, just treat that person right the first time, whether they are the person or not. And if it's meant, if God has that person for you, he's going to work everything out for you. All you have to do is go all in and protect yourself. So
if that was, somebody said, I wouldn't do if it was he picked the restaurant, it was an expensive restaurant. At that point, it's going to be a joke. We both going to wash dishes. We're going to laugh about this thing. We're going to laugh, but you better go find some money. I'm going to walk with you. We're going to figure it out, but we going to end up, we might be in jail together. Like, I mean, really, like.
Yeah, the point is just don't jump to rash decisions.
Right, and conclusions.
Off the gate. And then that changes the whole direction of what could have been an awesome experience. Right, because by the time, I don't know, maybe y'all are different. By the time if somebody got me out on a date, personal, like when you got me out the house on a date, we was dating. Oh, we was dating. We was officially dating at that point. Like the people who got me out on a date, I think I had maybe one or two dates that was just one date. But if you got me, we go together. We end up going together. So I say that to say, if you got me out on a date, I kind of know something about you already. We already had some phone conversation in there. I kind of know who you, kind of got a feel of who you are. But here's the thing. Even if that's a turnoff. The whole world don't need to know it's a turnoff. Because again, if that's the first time you met somebody or the first date, then there's nothing to say it has to be a second date. But you also don't have to be like a jerk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't.
You might already know, listen, this ain't going no past tonight. I'm not really feeling him like that, but I'm gonna have some fun. Yeah, oh, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna eat good tonight. We're gonna enjoy this music. Oh, we're gonna enjoy this concert. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. I might not ever see him again, but we're gonna have some fun.
Because again, you don't know why God allows somebody to cross your path. And you don't know why, whether it's for them to share something with you, for you to share something with them, or for y'all to have a great time.
So this person says, why couldn't she wait at the table while he goes and get his wallet from the car? See, that's thinking too much. Like, the bill needs to be paid. And he said he left his wallet in the car. If he would have said, let me go run out to the car, that's different. But the bill need to be, each scenario is different. The point is that the point is the attitude behind jumping to conclusions, yes. Making prejudgments, having an attitude. Oh my God, this man girl, let me text my friend. This dude done left me with the bill. Like before you do all of that, think of the brighter side of things. And this might be against what other people feel and think. And I'm fine with it. I got mine. Like, I'm fine with it. My point is, I do know what it feels like to have somebody show up with a nasty attitude. And that a lot of times is out of fear. That is really out of fear. And that repels people. That pushes people away. And as Grant said it, if you go back and watch the video, he was like, I was really testing her. I wanted to see how she was going to respond.
I'm not doing any tests. I'm taking it at
face value.
I don't go out, creating situations and scenarios for you to respond a certain way.
But you just never know when guys are really, sometimes it resorts to that. Guys are really trying to see, well, is she really down for me? Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. Like, it has come to this, it has come to, is it all just about my money? Somebody on Grant Hill's level who got millions and millions of dollars, he probably have to come. You don't know what he has to go through
to prove or to find out that she wants him for him and not what he has to offer.
Right. Yeah. Right. Every person is different, and you got to treat every person uniquely, individually.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this, it goes back to this. You want to have a good time, and you want to leave them with hope. Not that y'all going to be. Right. That ain't the hope I'm talking about. I'm talking at the end of the day, even if you know in your heart that person is not the one for you, there's nothing wrong with you saying, I really appreciate it.
I had a
you
great
invited
time.
Me out, or you coming out with me. If he's the guy asking, then say, look, I pray that you meet the person God has for you.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. Why not speak life into their future?
Yep.
Let them speak life into your future, but don't speak death in each other's future.
Because at the end of the day, you represent Christ. At the end of the day, you still represent Christ. And there's nothing worse. And we talked about this many times before. Ain't nothing worse than leaving somebody that's not going to work and making them still think there's no more good Black women or women out here, or women thinking there's no more good men out here. It just adds to, the warped thinking.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. If that's how you think, then how do you expect to meet the person God has for you? Yeah. That's almost like an oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have said, oh, I trust God, but where the comma come from?
Yeah. Somebody can genuinely, really honestly accidentally leave their wallet at home. or in an Uber, or in a car, or wherever.
And we're not saying this to say it's all about the money. That ain't what we're talking about.
It's
we're
all
talking
about
just the attitude, your heart posture behind what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, remember, you're looking for the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You're not looking for just anybody.
Yeah. It goes back to discernment. Don't even accept a date. Like that's a whole video in itself. Don't even accept the date if you don't, you know what I mean? Don't be just accepting dates on the rip. Like, really, like you just meeting somebody and the next you meet somebody on Wednesday and Thursday, you go, no, get to know them a little bit by phone, by text, by DM or something. Go look at their social media. Get to know them.
Oh, I'm going to read what you wrote about yourself. You can believe that.
Yeah, for those who are new, Terrence read all through my Facebook.
Yes.
All through my Facebook before he came in my DM.
I want to know what you think about yourself. Because if you think you're a nasty person, then I don't need to even reach out to you.
Post positive, y'all.
But if you're telling me you love yourself, you love, hanging out with yourself, if you love what God is doing in your life, okay, now we talking. But if you sitting there saying, I can't stand men, and the next man to say this, I'm going to smack him, nah, you won't hear from me.
Or you repost somebody who say it. You reposting negative, quote them subliminal messages. Don't nobody got time for that. Like, really. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, yeah, so, it's go looking for a good time.
Yes, that's going all in.
Yes.
Going all in is
learn.
Go in with your happy self.
Yes. Your version of going all in.
No expectations.
Your version of also guarding your heart.
Yes.
Because you have to be able to do both. There's a balance. It's a balance.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Right now, I know there's some of you saying, but I can't do it. Then here's what I ask of you. And I don't ask a lot. But here's what I ask of you. Sit down by yourself and think and see if there's any type of animosity, anything you're hoarding in your heart of something that happened to you in the past that you ain't let go yet. Because that may be the reason why you can't do it, is because you still feel like somebody treated you wrong, and you might be thinking payback, or you might be thinking, I ain't going to let nobody ever do that to me again. But the people that's in your future has nothing to do with what happened to you in your past.
I think I heard somebody say that today. I think it was Oprah. Somebody was a famous person, celebrity. They said, write a list of your triggers. Write a list of your triggers. And then take it a step further, which we talked about this on a video not too long ago. Start to listen what your family members are saying. If two or more of your sisters or two or more of your cousins or family members are saying the same thing about you, turn up your ear, because it might be a little truth to it. If they say you don't listen to nobody, or
everybody ain't wrong.
Everybody ain't wrong.
They might not be 100% right,
but they
ain't 100% wrong either.
And then some people, they don't even know how to even correct you in love. And that's the unfortunate part. And so, yeah, just look, Ely, just look for a great time. Like, hey, I ain't been out in 10 years. I'm going to have me some fun. You might even leave me there at the restaurant or at the wherever we go. You might leave me at the skating rink or at the golf course or wherever. But I'm going to have me some fun. Oh, you best to believe that.
Absolutely.
Yes, she said her family says she has zero tolerance. Work on that tolerance. Patience. Work on that patience and that tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tracy.
So what do y'all think about that? Let us know what you think. Put your comments.
Oh, I know what and we'll and if Tracy triggered it. So the video that comes out on Thursday is about Russian marriage for sex.
Yes.
To have sex.
Yes.
Should you push up your date? Should you push up your wedding date? Because you want to knock the boots. So we'll talk about that on Thursday.
I'll keep my mouth closed on that one.
Yeah,
y'all haven't seen.
Yes, please, baby, baby. That's what my husband will. So, Poetic Love said no. Look at him itching. All right, y'all. So we're about to jump off here.
Yes.
If you want to join the group, you can. It's not too late. You can go to God-Ordained right here on the screen. If you want a one-on-one, if you want the ebook, if you whatever, everything is over there on the God-Ordained Union. Yeah. So, all right, y'all.
Oh, and for the fellas.
Oh,
keep your ears open because we got something coming and you need to get involved.
Yes.
Fellas, keep your ears open. We got something coming. Announcements will be made shortly, but I'm telling you, you're going to really appreciate this one.
The private group meets right after this. We're about to log off, but it's every first and third Tuesday. Every first and third Tuesday, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every first and third Tuesday. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. And
yes, I pray that this gave y'all something to think about and something that's going to direct you back to God.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all.
Well, I'll let you guys on our next one.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.